Hey. My name is Brian Johnson. Today I'll be telling you about my life-changing experience. Back in 2005, Hurricane Katrina hit Louisiana, causing a lot of flooding in the city of New Orleans. There's a lot of robbing and looting going on, so they decided to bring in security people from all over the country to help out the police forces. Me and my best friend had heard about this great opportunity, so we decided to take it. It took us about a month to get hired and trained and everything, then we flew down. At first I was kind of nervous and excited because I'd never really done anything like this before, and seeing and actually going into where a natural disaster occurred was a new and exciting thing for me. It took us a few days to go through more training and everything once we got down there. Then when we got some free time, me and my best friend decided to drive through New Orleans to see what we could find out about what had happened. There was houses that were destroyed from the flood damage, windows had been knocked out, roofs had been ripped off, and I'd heard about this family that was trying to make it through the flood waters, and the husband told the wife to take the kids and go because all of them couldn't make it together, and he ended up drowning and dying. This is one of the main stories that has stuck with me this whole time, and it has affected me greatly. At first, me and my best friend worked at a Rite Aid drugstore, and we never really encountered any problems, which was a good thing to me because I'd heard so many stories about people getting shot at and getting in fights and everything, and I was kind of worried about that happening to me. Luckily, nothing like that did happen. After working there for about 2 months, we got transferred down to Venice at the bottom of the state where the hurricane had actually hit. And we drove down through the night, and so we never really could got to see anything. But we got to this one part where they told us to take a ride at a firehouse. Well, the firehouse was just barely there. All that was left was the basic structure of it. So we knew there had been a lot of damage that had happened in this area. Then once we got down to the very area that we were supposed to be working in, there was a big, huge fuel tanker that had been pushed up against the road. So we knew there obviously had to be a lot of damage that had happened. We worked a few days, and then we got some free time, so we decided to go out and see what we could see of the damage. There was huge piles of garbage everywhere. All the buildings and all the houses were destroyed, and there was big boats that had been all pushed and mangled together. There was houses that were pushed up against the sides of the road. There was cars on top of houses. There were just all kinds of crazy, confusing looking mess, and I was just in shock and awed because I'd never seen anything like this in person before. I'd only seen some things like this on TV, and it just really shocked and amazed me, and I couldn't believe it. Well, we worked down there for about 3 more months, and it began to get to me because I only worked during the nights, and I never really got to talk to anybody or see anything, so it kind of got to me mentally. So I decided to come back home, and I started working again. Well, I got to thinking about all the things and all the damage that I'd seen down there, and about how all the people down there lost everything that they had owned, and lost relatives and friends and other things. So I decided that since I wasn't doing anything with my life, that I was going to just start making something out of it. So I seen an ad on TV one night for ECPI, and I like working with people, and I liked working in the security field, so I decided to enroll in the criminal justice field, and so far I'm really enjoying it and doing really well in it.